In the old days, internet companies used to give away their content for free because they made their money selling advertising. That was the gig. These days, though, there's another step. They collect and sell data so that someone else can make ads that are even more targeted. Consider the case of Foursquare, the privately held location intelligence company. You probably remember Foursquare as the app, now known as Swarm, that allows users to check in to places that they visit. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. Now, this company collects location data on millions of users and then sells other businesses developer tools to let them harness that data. They got to deal with Tinder. Really interesting, which uses Foursquare to connect prospective matches. And just yesterday, they announced a partnership with TripAdvisor to help them make hyper-personalized recommendations, which is really the way the game is played now. Yeah, yesterday, we got a chance to speak with Jeff Glueck. He's the CEO, again, of the privately held Foursquare, to learn all about the data economy. Take a look. Jeff, since we checked in with you last, you've got a whole new slew of products. You got one with TripAdvisor, and you also have one with Tinder. Both of these seem like logical derivations of all the data you have.
So Foursquare is a location technology platform, and Jim, you're right. We help thousands of other companies bring location into their services in a personalized way. So this week we announced we're part of TripAdvisor's major upgrade to make travel recommendations more social. They're using our Pilgrim technology to enhance their technology so that if you're near a place your friend recommends in Austin or Brooklyn, maybe a great bar in Brooklyn, San Miguel, then you'll get an alert thanks to Pilgrim technology. You're just around the corner. You got to check this place out. So everything we do is about helping consumer services be more personalized and what we say contextually aware. So we're helping AccuWeather as well and upgrade their app in a way that understands where you are. And
okay, well, what? I mean, I have that. I mean,
yeah.
Is that a microclimate? I mean, what are they determining for me?
So with Pilgrim, we understand the difference between, say, being in the CNBC studios mid-afternoon or maybe at Eagles Stadium.
Okay.
And so, the fact that it's going to rain in 10 minutes is different when you're at a baseball game than when you're at work mid-afternoon. And so bringing that location context to everything we do is what Foursquare is all about. Understanding what's around you and whether it's new or a familiar place and just bringing personalized, relevant content to you.
Now, talk about Tinder, because we have a lot of youthful viewers, and they might be using Tinder, but they might have something now that's really a step up from the kind of, mundane way that it's used.
So we work with Tinder on their new Tinder Places rollout, and that's not in all cities. It's in pilot in a bunch of cities. And the difference with Tinder Places is that old Tinder was about who do I want to meet, let's say, within 5 miles.
Right.
The new Tinder Places is about what places do I love to go and what do I have in common with someone else. So maybe we're going to suggest that you pair with someone who goes to the same dog park that you do every morning and the same local cold brew coffee spot. And so you have something in common. And in the early Tinder Places results, we're seeing better matches. People have something in common, and so they're more reciprocal.
Now, younger people, look, for someone like me, it's like, wow, I don't know. Would I really want everyone to know this or that? But then we sat down with PayPal, and PayPal talked about how people when they do Venmo, they have to show where they've been. There seems to be something among a group of millennials that they want people to know where they are, and therefore it's more communal. What is it? What is the essence of why people want to know what's going on and where they are versus my generation, where we never thought about it?
I think you've nailed it, which is that for different people, opting into location sharing or sharing, your payments like Venmo Friends allows, that's something that's very personal. And so for us, it's always been the user has to be in control. The user has to have adequate chance to opt in and know how it's going to benefit them, and that's how we work with companies. And so, what we see is about 50 to 70% of people opt in to these enhanced location alerts. Like you've got a coupon, or we work with the Hilton app to recommend places nearby. We work with the Points Guy in their new rollout, so you know which credit card to use when you arrive at a certain gas station to get triple points. So you can opt into these services, and they're front and center. So you get alerts based on where you are.
And we're talking about worldwide.
And worldwide, we support this in 200 countries. We understand 100 million places where your phone can arrive or leave. And that's a choice. It's a choice for consumers. And then, 30 to 50% of people, depending on the service, choose not to. And then we'd never collect any location data.
Okay, but so I'm in London last week, and I'm completely lost. I have no idea what I want to do, but I know that I want to explore. Would I be best for Condé Nast Traveler or for TripAdvisor finding out more about my area through you?
Well, you always have the Foursquare City Guide, our classic 9-year-old app, but increasingly...
But that's what a lot of people think you are. This stuff's much more interesting to me.
Absolutely. So, the business is 99% about helping other brands reach their audiences at scale. You're absolutely right, Jim. And so, whether we're helping Condé Nast Traveler or Hilton Honors app users, or we're helping TripAdvisor now be more contextually aware in the travel industry, in the weather industry, in the dating industry with Tinder, we're helping all these other apps be more contextually aware. People think maybe I don't use Foursquare anymore, they might think, but if you tag a tweet on Twitter, if you get a geofilter on Snapchat, if you participate in Tinder Places, these are all services that we are helping create.
Right, in that sense, it feels like Twilio to me. I don't know I'm Twilio, but they sure get it done for me. And that's what you guys have been doing. And you just must have reams. You probably have the most data of any company in terms of location-based.
I think other than Google and Facebook, we are the Switzerland. We are the sort of platform that everyone who's not Google or Facebook want to use because we understand the whole world's places and we understand different floors of buildings, where you go in malls. It's very hard technology, and so really only Google, Facebook, and Foursquare have this precision globally.
Right. Well, I sure hope one day that our viewers can have shares in it. It's a private company, but it's done everything right. Thank you to Jeff Glueck, CEO of Foursquare. Every time we see it, it's really kind of exciting what you guys are up to.
It's fun to be back, Jim.
Yes. Stay with Mad Money. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.